No big trade deal is now on the cards from US President Donald Trump's maiden visit to India. Contrary to the impression that India had been dragging its feet over the trade deal with the US, India today has learned from highly placed sources that it was America who pulled out at the last minute from a mini deal. However, officials are still tight-lipped over the details of the trade deal that was initially to be the centerpiece of US President Donald Trump's visit to India. India today has learned that the two sides had almost clinched the deal, but US officials put it on hold, citing the need for a mega deal with India. Sources also reveal that the two sides had agreed on range of contentious issues like lowering the tariffs and relaxing price restrictions on certain medical devices. India's demand from the US to restore generalized systems of preferences that it had withdrawn last June was also met during the negotiations. The GSP had allowed Indian manufacturers duty-free exports of over 3,000 select products to the United States. Congress too has raised the issue of trade deal with the US. Listen in to Randeep Surjewala on what he has to say.
United States of America, the Trump administration, has imposed a 25% import tariff on export of steel from India to US. This has led to a 50% downfall or reduction in the export of steel from India to America. We urge upon Prime Minister Modi to take up the issue of India's steel manufacturers and India's revenue generation with President Trump as he arrives in Ahmedabad.
Speaking to media earlier, spokesperson at the Ministry of External Affairs, Ravish Kumar, has laid down the issues that are going to be discussed with US President Donald Trump during the visit, but he did not mention anything on the trade deal. In fact, listen in to Ravish Kumar and what he had to say.
We expect that all issues will come up, defense and security, trade and investment, counterterrorism, energy security, people-to-people exchanges, and we do expect that a certain amount of time will also be devoted to exchange of views on regional and multilateral issues. Both sides are working to showcase the progress in a relationship in a befitting and meaningful manner during the visit. We, of course, are eagerly looking forward to the visit, and which will provide an opportunity for both leaders to review the bilateral ties and further strengthen our global strategic partnership.
Raj Chemgappa, who is the Group Editorial Director, is now joining us to get a better perspective. He was the one to get us the latest as far as this exclusive India Today news break was concerned. Raj, we do know that there were lots of negotiations in advance as well. Why did the United States of America decide to pull back the Indo-US trade deal at the moment? What happened there?
From what we can gather is that the two sides had been working for the last couple of weeks on a mini package that was there. They had made a tremendous amount of progress in terms of the differences that existed on the key issues that was there. There were issues of tariff, issues of market access, and the contentious issues like medical devices that the Americans wanted restrictions lifted, and our issues of the generalized system of preferences, which the US withdrew in June last year, that had 3,000 items that we could export duty-free to America. Now, all this, they had worked out a package, and that was to be clinched during President Trump's visit. But for some reason, they decided that they would, while acknowledging that India had worked hard, decided to, what they called, take a deep breath and look at the deal again and come back with what they called a mega pact that was there. The Indians were surprised by this because they had really pushed hard to ensure that since trade was the centerpiece of much of Trump's administration, that all the niggling issues that they had, they could then, sort it out before the summit, and then the two leaders could sign it. Clearly, in that sense, there's a setback. But let's not forget, Gaurav, that the relationship rests on far, far more convergences than just trade. Trade was an irritant. It was a big issue because of President Trump. But really, if you look at the range of issues that India wants, and it actually suits India that we move to the strategic issues of defense, counter-terrorism, and other kinds of strategic issues, including Indo-Pacific. That is a much broader, much larger focus than trying to do tactical things on trade. This would, in some senses, focus the entire thing, which is what India wanted, that it's not a one-trick pony, just trade, but we have a whole range of relationships with India and America.
All right, Raj, thanks much for bringing our viewers up to speed. That was Raj Chingappa with that exclusive India Today news break.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.